Whoa, so what is going on? So I'm getting you guys a much overdue nursery update video today, kind of showing you what's new, what we have going on, and I can tell you what's really exciting is we're finally putting away the frost blanket. It is April 1st today, and I don't think we're gonna get another frost. We did just get one like 2 weeks ago. Plants were all coming back. Luckily, we didn't have too much damage. Everything still looks killer. Got a couple of new nursery expansion areas going on. Got a new nursery location opening up. You guys are gonna see that in another video. I don't know how soon that's gonna happen. I've been jumping through some hurdles, dealing with the county, dealing with some tortoises, dealing with some problem child neighbors, let's put it like that, that don't want me on the block. So that's another story in itself. That's another video, but I really want to show you guys what's growing on here in the nursery. You'll notice some coconuts over there in the back row. Those are not for shipping. Those are for a project. We're actually doing a big install in Port St. Lucie next week on an island. Stay tuned. That's going to be a really, really exciting install. We're well stocked right now on mulberries, lots of new pigeon pea coming up, lots of cherry of the Rio Grande, lots of Barbados cherry, lots of the dwarf Barbados cherry, lots of stevia, lots of our Turk's cap hibiscus. And you guys always ask me to make a video and break down each one of these plants, and I really just tried to do a quick run through, but I am going to take some time and start to hit these individual plants and individual videos, coming up. So stay tuned. We are still holding on to a good amount. And I say a good amount, I can barely keep these in stock. That's the Everglades tomato. And if you're here in Florida, you have humidity, you've struggled with tomatoes, this tomato is really easy to grow. It almost turns into a patch, constantly reseeds itself. You'll get a ton of, just volunteers coming up. It's one that, like I said, it kind of turns into a patch. Kids love it too. Nice little sweet tomato. Lots of nopales. Got some different varieties of ice cream beans still. Have a hard time keeping those in stock. Lots of the red pentas, lots of salvias, Mexican sunflower, goldenrod, elderberry, dwarf firebush. I think I have the pink and the red right now on the Turk's cap. Got cranberry hibiscus coming back up. Got some of those different amaranths coming back up. The Kenoff hibiscus is still coming back. Doesn't look so great just yet. And then over here on this side, we've got a lot of the standard firebush. In 1 gallons kind of coming up, looking pretty good. Got a lot of new figs that have been started. This is what's really exciting. Not the peanut butter fruit, but the avocados. So I finally got some more avocados. These are in 1 gallon. So I'm gonna show you one of these. And this variety in particular, this is Lula, extremely cold hardy. This will take down to about 15 degrees. I think I have Day, Lula, and Chuckette in 1 gallon right now. We're kind of stocked. I don't know how long that's gonna last. I haven't made a video, like I said, in a minute, and we've had at least 50 large orders going out every week. The girls, I have 4 people in the packing house packing all day to get those done. There's some of the Inga Vera, that's the ice cream bean, nitrogen fixer I was just talking about. And Chuckette on this end, Day in this area. And like I said, working our way into Lula over here. Lots of the peanut butter fruit. In the back, we've got a lot of that Vitex. That's a really awesome one, flowers all year long. Very medicinal, commonly tinctured. I am looking for something in particular out here this morning though, and I don't see it yet. I know the girls have it hiding out here somewhere, and I can't wait to show you guys. Lots of new varieties of cassava cuttings coming up. Our most popular is that Togo. Got a lot of those. Have that CMC 40. And then I think I have one other variety, just what we call green. Roselle, finally coming back. I've had a ton of people ask, when are you gonna have Roselle again? Roselle is basically like an annual, even though it's maybe perennial a little bit further south, like in the, on the islands and the Bahamas, something like that. Here it's an annual. It dies back every winter. You would harvest those calyxes, you would dehydrate, you would turn them into a tea, do whatever you're going to do with it, and save some seed and replant. So that's the best way to keep the Roselle going. Little papayas coming back up. That's another one I struggle to keep in stock. And girls are doing a killer job out here. You can see this is the last of the frost damage from some of our Montingia, the strawberry trees. This is the yellow variety. I also usually have the red. Here's some of the nicer ones we're shipping. These ones that are obviously not as damaged. Those are in the greenhouse. Doing a really good job of staying stocked up on lemongrass in 1 gallon. Vetiver grass, this one's super popular. We can barely keep it in stock. Usually have some Fakahatchee grass in here too. Yes, I'm sorry, there's Fakahatchee next to the vetiver. I just thought those were a little thinner, but that's the vetiver, and that's our native Fakahatchee grass, our native mealy grass. This is that special Simpson stopper. This is the show stopper. It's a kind of a more select variety. It makes bigger flowers, kind of a little bit prettier. Not much of a difference for the common eye. Rosemary, that's another one. I have a hard time keeping in stock. Those fly out the door. Rosemary is super popular. Lots of coral honeysuckle. Lots of chives. This is more rosemary, perennial peanut, society garlic. These are just 3-gallon Turk's Cap. Those are more for installs. We're not shipping those bigger plants. And all of our longevity spinach, Okinawan spinach, these are our staple crop perennials. They're all coming back. Be shipping those out again here very soon. Got a lot of 1-gallon figs. We're trying to do a better job with figs this year. Really hard to keep in stock. They move super fast. So if you guys see my availability page and you're like, you're always out of everything, it changes every week. We put plants back on and within 2 days they're gone. They move really, really, really fast. So struggle to keep stuff in stock around here. I do have some blueberries. Not very common that I have blueberries. Those are in a 2-gallon. Still keeping some olives here. Those are in 2-gallon also. That is that Arbequina variety. And going back over here to this side, lots of different varieties of mint we always have available. All different types of herbs. This is all yarrow, very medicinal, another useful one. This is rue, not very common. You see the rue flowering, quite beautiful when it flowers though. And then most of this is all edible leaf hibiscus. That's a super popular one for us. This is the skinny leaf variety. And I call it edible leaf hibiscus. It has many, many different names. I've heard it called Togan spinach. You hear it called Kiko's crump. There's a lot of different names. People put those common names on these. Let's see here. This is probably my favorite one that gets the really big leaf. Give you guys a botanical name. Oh, come on, focus camera. There we go. This red variety, the Kiko's crump with the red stem, that one seems to be the least mucinologous. That is the only complaint I've had about that. People will be like, it's a little bit slimy. It is a little slimy. That sliminess is actually really good for us, lining our insides. I like it in the salad. I like to use this one as a wrap. These can get huge. The leaves can get, way bigger than my hand. This is obviously some of our cold damage stuff. Hasn't come back, might not come back. Some things that we just deal with here with the Central Florida Nursery. More of our avocados. These are more for local pickup. Before you know it, like I said, we're going to have actual hours of operation in the store, where you don't have to make an appointment right now and to get your plants. So hopefully making things much easier for you guys. This taro, I cannot keep in stock. This is that Puerto Rican taro. Super, super, super popular. Probably the best edible taro. Makes, 7 pounds of potato, like potato in a season. Does really, really well here. I've had a lot of people tell me how much they love this one. I need to get more of this plant, need to keep more of those in stock. Kind of some hidden and forgotten about stuff back here. Lots of little bananas coming up. Jabbo for grafting, more perennial peanut. Got some comfrey. That's a hard one for me to keep around. I'm not even selling that yet. We're going to try to multiply it before I do much more with it. A lot of little 1-gallon dragon fruits. Some more peanut butter fruit over here. Lots of Monstera, guys. I have lots of small Monsteras for shipping. I have the Swiss cheese, the one with the holes in the leaves. This one's more of an ornamental. I don't even think that one makes the fruit. It has been quite popular. This is the Lolat, the Thai pepper leaf. That's another one. As you can see, we just propagated it. They're not even quite ready. I only have a tray still ready to go out. Lots of miracle fruit, 1 gallon. These are super popular too. And I am still not seeing that plant I was looking for. Can't wait to tell you guys about it. Lots of spiraling ginger, edible flower, lots of the Ethiopian cardamom, lots of lesser galangal, lots of chaya. One of our most popular perennial vegetables that just fly out the door. This is a really beautiful just sea of green. This is the Sisu spinach, Miami spinach, lots of different names for this one. Really nice and crunchy, makes a beautiful ground cover. I've seen it do well in shade, I've seen it do well in sun, so it really can adapt to multiple areas. Have some trees that blew over. Guys, we had a crazy storm last night. I have like a pond on the other side of the farm. We probably got 3 inches of rain last night, so killer that we're getting rain here in dry season. Typically in Florida, if you're new to Florida, you're new to the channel, we don't usually get rain March, April, May, sometimes all the way into June, so it can get extremely dry. Plants will stress out a little bit. To get rain this time of year is really a blessing. Here's a lot of that chaya. This is the bigger leaf variety. This is the smaller leaf variety. Got a lot of the bacopa back in there. Some of that Jewels of Opar, and then I have a variegated Jewels of Opar in the very back. That one definitely doesn't taste quite as good. Let's kind of cut through here real quick. Got a lot of that toilet paper plant. You guys want to grow your own toilet paper? We've got tons of that. Very, very popular. Lots of cherry of the Rio Grande. These are all going off around the farm right now. Lots of flowers, lots of fruit coming on as we speak. Lots of 1 gallon Grumichama. These are also another Eugenia going off on the farm right now. These are doing really, really well. Patangatuba, smaller plants doing really good. You guys probably want to see that Jabbo House too. It is going off in there. These are just more cherry of the Rio Grande, Suriname cherry, all different mints. This is that Suriname cherry, and these are going off right now too. These all have flowers on them as we speak. They're doing really well. And I do not know where the girls put these plants. Oh, Molokia. That's a new one back for this year. That's a really good perennial vegetable. I really like just eating the leaves on this. The seed pods are also edible if you pickle them. Makes a beautiful green seed. And I'm gonna cut over there to see if I can find what I'm looking for. Hold tight. I was unable to find those trees. I'm gonna have to call the nursery girls. Lots of milkweed. That is the tropical one. And then this back row is more for overstock from the other nursery. So a lot of that, obviously, we can't ship. It's just way too big. Got some random sapodillas in there, some bigger star fruits. And I am seeing what I wanted to talk to you guys about, but that is actually a different variety. Whoa. I see them. I see them. So guys, this one was a new one for me. Not new as I just found out about the tree, but knew that I could actually grow it here. So I have a bunch of rainbow eucalyptus. I only have probably 20 left, maybe 25 left in a 1 gallon. And recently I found out one of my neighbors, who's actually a Tampa PD, has a food forest in his yard now. We've sold him a lot of trees, we've helped him out planting, given him a lot of mulch. He's got like 50 to 75 foot trees in his yard that have been there for 6 or 7 years. I was like, rainbow eucalyptus, Central Florida? I always thought those were ultra tropical. He said they don't even defoliate. The other eucalyptus we're using as a windbreak takes more cold damage than the rainbow eucalyptus. I have bigger trees in 7 and 15 gallons for pickup, but we are shipping these little 1 gallons, and you can see they are growing super fast. They have been topped out, but we're sending you about a 4-foot tree on the rainbow eucalyptus. These things grow like a weed. Get them in the ground. They're super cold hardy. If you have not seen a rainbow eucalyptus, just Google it. Like, breathtaking, beautiful. Definitely a collector tree, definitely something to put on the edge, and just definitely a talking point in the yard. So I think everybody should have one of those if you can grow them. Doing really, really well. What do we got growing on over here? We've got some, we do have some natal plum, another native, and I finally got some pine trees taken out of here. I haven't even had a chance for the video to clean these up. I had 2 that were dead in this area that were constantly dropping broken limbs and making a mess. Finally got my friend with the tree service. He actually came through here from the neighbor's yard, boomed over with this spider lift and dropped all this in small pieces, so we didn't do any damage. We didn't have to move all the plants, so I really, really lucked out there. Yeah, there's that Vitex again. Those are looking really healthy, really good this time of year. And just so y'all know, if you're new to the channel, everything that we do around our farm is chemical-free, beyond organic practices. I use no herbicides. Everything is hand weeded. Everything is fertilized with like a 464 organic fertilizer, no synthetic chemicals. We don't spray any kind of chemicals on here. Not using any fungicides, not using any insecticides. So, we have a IPM program. We do compost teas, we do neem applications, we do fish applications, all kinds of stuff but chemicals. So you are getting beyond chemical-free plants, and I am not going through the process to get certified. If you look around here, you can tell there's weeds. It's not perfect, but none of these plants are going to come with glowing green or different colored fertilizers inside of them. They're all going to have maybe some prill on the top. That's just a sustain-based fertilizer, or a sustained fertilizer, which is a turkey-based fertilizer. They put the manure in there. I believe there's some bone meal in there, some feathers in there, so it's not just the manure, and it's really killer stuff. I'm very happy with it. That's all we use it here in the nursery. Been using it for years and having a lot of success. And I also see a lot of urban farmers using it, like Curtis Stone. He talks about that one a lot too. I think he uses a different number, but he also uses it. You guys ready for this Jabbo House? I'm gonna shut up. Whoa! So this isn't strictly Jabbo House anymore. All of our seeds are getting started in here. We've got lots of yellow Jabbo. That's what these are. This one is just gorgeous. doing really good right now in my front yard. I've had it there for a couple years. Really minimal light, and it's flowering and fruiting as we speak. And as you can see, we have plants for days in here, guys. This is a jumbo patanga, which is supposed to have a bigger fruit on it. These are more of the jumbos, kind of going all the way down. More ice cream bean. Guys, we have so many plants in here, I can't keep up. Ooh, this one's got a little variegation going on. I think it's probably just getting chlorotic. And speaking of variegation, I had a small variegated Jabbo a friend gave to me a couple years ago. It just struggled, it never took off. I lost the tree, I think in the winter. I finally got a new one, so I have a new collector, variegated Jabbo that's much bigger. This one's probably like 12 inches, so excited to add that plant to my personal collection. Maybe eventually we'll start micrografting and get that out and share it with you guys. So lots of the Cattleya guavas. That is a very cold hardy guava. Beautiful tree, very aesthetic. These are all yellows here again. This is the white Jabbo, more ice cream bean. And we're hiding some of our 3-gallon monsteras in here because of the cold. They're gonna come out soon. But guys, I even have some of these variegated monstera. Have I mentioned that mulberry season is upon us, and these guys are starting to go off. Some of them have fruits, some don't yet. I was eating some giants over there by the gate the other day. I see lots of little fruits coming on, lots of these guys flowering, but the fun stuff is in here. Ooh. Oh yeah, got bamboo. So this area is mostly persimmons, clumping varieties of bamboo, and rainbow eucalyptus on the far end. It is about filled up finally. And just in the last couple of days, all of these persimmons have put on some new growth. They look gorgeous. If you're in Florida and you can't grow mangoes, you need to be growing persimmons. That is like the fall mango, a really good soft persimmon like Sajo. They're phenomenal. Kind of like eating a soft tomato, but the flavor is unreal. Some people get a little freaked out by the texture, but that is an astringent variety. So if you're not eating that while it's completely ripe, it will pucker you up. You will learn the hard way. Have a couple of things in here that just need to get yanked. We have a Patanga tuba that's in really bad shape. I have a red, really bad shape. We're gonna try a soil change out, but need to get those out. Need to blow this thing out. So obviously you guys know I didn't have any time to get ready for this video. And this place is covered in leaves right now. We've had some shedding in here, leaves blowing in during the day, and all of my big Jabbos are just flowering, fruiting. We're constantly harvesting off of these for seed. Every day they are loaded up. I don't think there's been a time of year I come in here and I can't find flowers or I can't find fruit. They seem to go off almost all year long. This one did really good this year. Looks like this one right here has some fruit on it as we speak. And that's just a little guy, but as you can see, let's get this shiny one right here. Oh, red hybrid Jabbo, phenomenal. I really like the skin on this one a lot better, and I'll save the seed and plant it. You can see lots of little flowers coming in. The whole trunk is getting more and more gnarly, and the older these trees get, the more they're going to fruit. Most everything in here are just collector's items. A lot of these trees I only have ones of, other than the reds. Looks like I have a very pissed off Eugenia stephatata. I don't know what's going on here. Might be a soil condition. These guys get a little bit temperamental. White Jabbo, new growth on the red right here though. Look at this. Just absolutely beautiful. Whoa, actually, yeah, that is a red. Look at that yellow doing its thing over here in the corner. This is the Freak, which actually flowered this year. We don't know exactly what it is, but it has really small leaves on it. Not quite a Sabra, and seems to fruit a lot faster than a Sabra. There's that sad red I was telling you about. We've done a soil change out on that one twice. I don't know what's going on. If it doesn't come back, we're probably gonna end up having to take it out of here. Here's some more flowers coming in on the reds. And I could literally come through every tree and show you guys where we have flowers. Had a fruit that got missed, flowers. They are just going off. The girls fill probably a 1 to 3 gallon bucket out here every week in fruit. Then after they're done eating the fruit, they get that amazing seed, and 5 years from seed, this tree can fruit. So that's what makes the red hybrid so exciting. See a bunch of flowers in there, little fruits coming on. Oh, a volunteer fire bush in there. Oh, how'd you get there, bud? Oh, I planted myself. A semi-mad red. And this isn't a cold problem. These guys tend to get a little bit chlorotic. They can get a soil condition. We lose one probably every month in the nursery. When you have thousands of trees, that's quite common. And here's my big variegated Monstera. So hope to get the other ones like this to where we can end up propagating them and make a few more. Another red doing its thing. We've got a Tangatuba putting on some flowers. Like I said, most of the Grumichamas are going off right now. I don't see flowers on this one yet, but I do see some buds. They're going to be coming out here soon. I have a yellow one by my house that's actually got some fruit and flowers on it as we speak. Another one of these Grumichamas. And here's that butterscotch sapodilla that I'm growing up to propagate from. So really excited about that one. Whoa. Looks like it was recently tipped too. I'm sure before they sold it to me, they harvested any budwood they could get off of it to make more trees. So that one is really hard to come by. Actually gonna drop this seed. I got a spot I put them after I eat them, and the girls pick them up and they'll put them in trays. So cannot get enough red Jaboticabas coming. I'm probably gonna end up getting another greenhouse too. This place is doing really well. Typically what I do here is during the day, we open the door, let some air in. At night, we close it, hopefully to keep any kind of rodents, rats, things like that out, and less problems with things getting to the fruit. I had a lot of issues with that in the other greenhouse because it was completely opened up. I think squirrels are even getting in there, so we want to keep those guys off of our fruit. But just wanted to give you guys a quick nursery update. I think I'm going to end this video by the other nursery because it's looking killer right now, so hold tight. Just got a bunch of new bananas in. Those are all for local pickup. So a lot of new varieties, lots of blue Java, lots of Namois, Humoa, Saba. And Jaboticaba land is going off. Lots of the big Sabras doing their thing right now. Whoa. Just got some more gravel in for the driveway, and we just did a job. Well, we did a couple jobs this week. We did one in Dunedin, we did one in Crystal River. Next week I'll be in Port St. Lucie. But the client requested a red fruiting Jaboticaba. These guys are just starting to set fruit. I don't have too many of these left. These are the 25 gallons. I think I have 2 left in stock. They've moved out pretty quick, but some lucky guy in Palm Harbor just got, Damien actually, I can say his first name, got a fruiting red Jaboticaba. So that's a pretty exciting one to add to the collection. You're a lucky man. I don't have too many of those left. And yes, these guys fruit very small trees compared to the big Sabra right here, which isn't fruiting. That's the big difference in that red hybrid though. Over here on this side, guys, we've probably had, well, we had 3 inches of rain last night, but we probably got somewhere in the 300 range of avocados in. So I have like 101 gallons, or had 101 gallons for shipping. What I showed you guys earlier is what I have left, and I have tons of Marcus pumpkin and Brogden and different varieties for local pickup for jobs and installs that we do. I did get a ton of star fruit in, a lot of new loquats. The one thing I didn't get are lychee, longan, and mango. Those are still quite hard to come by. Looks like this big guy's going out today. We have a big delivery going out today. It's actually going to Date City for my assistant Deanna. She's getting a trailer load full of plants that build onto her own food forest. So plants coming your way. These are all of our carambolas. I mean, we probably have somewhere in the 100 range in stock. And guys, we've got an issue here. When it rains hard, I get a puddle here. You guys might have seen it in some other videos, but this thing's like a lake. It usually sits for just a few hours and it goes down. I haven't even had a chance to wait for it to go down this morning to get out here with the camera, but I'm putting a drain in here. I actually have it's like an old sink. It's like a 15 foot by 15 foot deep, probably 30 foot wide, 90 foot long hole over there under the trees. They say it used to be a sink when this area had a lot more water before Crossbar well field. Obviously doesn't hold any water anymore, but it's a great holding spot for this. So we're gonna put a pitch drain in, no pump, that's gonna push that water almost straight, or not push, but allow that water to almost go straight through that area to that hole, so we can end up just moving it out of the space and stop this flooding issue, because rainy season is just around the corner. And I'm guessing with some of the new roofs we put on the building, you know, obviously we have more non-permeable space. That water is just building up here worse and worse every year. So rainy season is not too far away. I have to get that water moved out of here before we end up getting more problems. But girls have been killing it in the nursery. We have some new help out here, and lots of new guavas, papayas, peaches, plums, lots of new persimmons, you know, lots of moringa coming on. Obviously Mexican sunflower, a lot of the stuff we talked about in the actual online store area of the nursery, so I'm not going to get too repetitive there. What we did have in that I don't have available for shipping are Pakistani mulberries. I probably just got like 30 or 40 of those in. Those have been almost impossible to get my hands on. They're very hard to propagate, very, very low success rate, so whenever I see them available, I buy whatever I can find. Lots of pineapple guava back in stock. That's another one we can barely keep around. Beautiful, beautiful hedge. I like to use that as a fedge. Nice silver looking plant. The bottom of the leaf has a little bit more of a silver to it than the top. Kind of has a silver sheen. These do really well up against like olives. They're also very cold hardy. Looks like the girls just cut back all of the elderberry in this area. More Suriname cherries. Lots of vetiver grass coming on. And I think that was a long enough update video. I'm gonna peek right here and we're gonna wrap this up. So Jabbo land over here doing really well. And I think I've showed you guys the other Jabbo nursery, right? Uh-oh, hold on, I'm gonna have to take you over there. Whoa, so Avocados for days, shade tolerant plants for days. But this is primarily Avocados in this area. Do have some of those edible leaf hibiscus and some oddballs, some dragon fruit, some aloe, and I'm heading to the other side of the farm. Stay tuned. All right, plants getting pulled for that delivery. And Lake GreenDreams here. I need to stock this thing with some fish, huh? I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek at the tropic bamboo we planted last year, but stay tuned, that'll be in another video. So last year's Sea Breeze, Graceful, which this is planted from a 3-gallon bamboo, and Alphonse Carr are doing really, really well. Chickens out here doing their thing. Mr. Goose is out here watching them. What's up, dude? Grass is getting really green again. Oh, look what I got yesterday. That has been a struggle. Very rare to get mulch. I'm surprised these guys got in. I've had only 2 or 3 reach out to me for my gate code to get in the neighborhood, so the mulch gravy train has slowed down. Oh, I hear you, Mr. Rooster. I hear you. All right, so don't tell Katerina, our nursery manager, but there is still a little space over here that will not last long. Most of these are Avocados we're trying to grow up that aren't quite for sale yet, but this dappled light is really the prime environment for them. They do really good in this understory type area. This is our San Pedro variety. These are all Novaks. think that's some type of grimmel, but I'm not sure. It's very hard to tell just by looking at the leaves. More Novak. Let's see what's growing on in here. These are all grimmels. Guys, we've got like a collector zone over in this area. I've got the ESQs over here. Most of these I don't have too many of, so I'm kind of holding on to them. I'm gonna grow them up. Eventually, I'd like to get a bigger greenhouse and grow these out for just the fruit. I have yellow grimmels that I'm growing up for personal. Eventually, I'll have another greenhouse, like I said, for more propagation, getting into, for just even more Avocados. We've kind of maxed out the one we have. I see lemongrass Avocados over here. I see the red lantern. I see scarlet. Lots of different stuff going on in this area. I see the ruby honey. What do we got all the way over here? Are these like Pitanga tubas? What do we got here? Oh, this is the Pitanga jumbo. Okay, this is that Eugenia, what, Rapanda? Okay. So, yes, constantly adding to the nurseries. Place is constantly growing. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this area over here. If I didn't, sorry. Like I said, lots of new stuff coming with the new location. It's probably going to take me a little while to get that open. We are jumping through hoops. Definitely running into some roadblocks we did not expect. So hope you guys enjoyed the quick little nursery follow-up. I'm going to try to do some more in-depth videos. Going to try to do a farm tour here soon. Got lots of cool project videos coming up. Obviously, Jim's leaving really soon, so stay tuned. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're interested in any of these plants, we'll have a link down below in the description for my online store where we ship live plants to you on a weekly basis. Most importantly, guys, it's 2022. It's time to get out there and grow some food and pound some dirt.